Hi, I'm Luke Alexander, President and CEO of Newcore Gold. Newcore is an advanced stage exploration project with a district scale asset in Ghana, the Enchi asset. A number of you will have heard the Newcore story before. We had a very busy 2021. I'd encourage you to go look at our year-end recap that we put out mid-December. It highlights a number of the things that we did in 2021, including an updated PEA, which outlines some very robust economics, $212 million after-tax NPV, as well as an updated resource, as well as the highest grade intercept that we've ever had on the project in 2021. So it was a very busy, exciting year for us at Newcore, and 2022 has kicked off to a very good start. We put out some drill results in January, and we've got a lot more to come that we're very excited about this year. What I'll do now is I'll just quickly take you through the presentation. First thing I'll highlight is we will be making some forward-looking statements as part of this presentation. So I'd encourage you to go to our website and read that disclaimer. While you're there, I would also encourage you to sign up to any of our social media channels. We're very active on social media and have had a lot of very good feedback from investors and prospective investors on that. In terms of Newcore, what distinguishes it from a number of other companies out there, we've got a tier one management team with a proven track record of making shareholders money. We're very well backed by dedicated institutional investors, about 40% institutionally owned today. Management and insiders are truly aligned through our 27% ownership in the business. So we ultimately think as shareholders first. We are in Ghana, which is a tier one jurisdiction. As I mentioned, we put out an updated resource in June of 2021. That's a 1.4 million ounce resource, and I'll highlight where we've been adding significantly to the mineralized footprint over the 90,000 meter drill program, which is underway, which is the largest ever drill program on this project. And then lastly, we've got a very good capital structure, only 120 million shares outstanding. I won't spend a lot of time on this slide. Anyone who's familiar with the mining sector will recognize a number of these companies and how successful they've been over the last 5-10 years. And these are companies that our team has been involved in at a director level or management level. ESG is something that's very important to us at Newcore, so we try to adhere to many of the UN Sustainable Development Goals as appropriate for a company that's at an exploration stage. As I mentioned, very good capital structure, only 120 million shares outstanding. This is about 10 of the 30 odd institutional investors who currently represent about 40% ownership in the business. The other thing we're very fortunate at Newcore to have is very strong support from the capital markets. We've currently got 5 tier one investment banks out of Toronto covering us from a research perspective with various price targets. If you do have access to any of that research, I'd encourage you to go look it up and get some of those reports. In terms of Ghana, we always highlighted that it's a tier one jurisdiction. It is Africa's largest gold producer, 6th largest gold producer globally. It's got a very stable government, very secure country to be operating in. The mining industry is very important for the country. So as a result, you get a very well aligned government. But don't listen to me, CEO of a single asset company in Ghana. Look at who's operating in country currently. You've got 4 of the top 10 largest gold producers in Ghana. The largest being Newmont. They currently have about 14% of their global production coming from Ghana. They're investing another 750 to 850 million in the country. That will take their exposure to about 20% of global production. So I think that speaks for itself to have the largest gold company on the planet with that kind of exposure to Ghana. 2021 was also very active from an M&A perspective in country. And again, I think that highlights the desire to get into Ghana by companies. And I'll let you go and read about that at your leisure. There's 2 prolific gold belts that run through Ghana, the Ashanti belt, as well as the Sefwi Bibiani belt. We've got great neighbors along trend from us. Just to the north of us, you've got Kinross's Chirano mine, sits at an endowment of about 5.5 million ounces. To the north of that, Bibiani at about 6.5. And then that Newmont asset that I talked about, the Ahafo asset, at about 15.5 million ounces. So very large endowments along trend from us. In terms of our project, very large project, 216 square kilometers in size, great infrastructure. We've got a paved road that runs right through our project to the town of Enchi. Enchi's got about 15,000 people, so it can support all the kind of employees and services we can want. It's got power line running right beside that highway. This is our core shack, about 5 kilometers outside of town. So very good infrastructure on our project, which is key. As I mentioned, very large project, 216 square kilometers in size. We've identified 25 targets to date, of which we've only drilled on 7 of them, and those make up our 1.4 million ounces. So big exploration upside for the company. We did put out a PEA in June, as I mentioned, really robust economics, $212 million after tax NPV. That's at a $1,650 gold price, after tax IRR of 42%. So real fundamental underpinning of value for the company. But what we're focused on is the additional 70,000 meters of drilling that we've been releasing results for over the last 13 months or so. In June, we also put out a resource update. We currently sit at 1.4 million ounces, so a very good resource for us to be drilling off, a resource to be building off of. And the drilling that we are doing is focused on expanding existing resource areas, going back to previously drill tested areas, as well as we're very excited to be drilling some new areas and looking to make some discoveries for the first time ever. As I highlighted, we do have 4 key areas: Sium, Boyne, Nyam, and Quachikrum. I'll quickly run you through some of these areas. Sium is our largest, sitting at 725,000 ounces. All of these areas remain open along strike as well as at depth. So that's what we've been focusing on from a drilling perspective. Our second largest drill area is, our second largest resource area is Boyne. It sits at about 500,000 ounces. And this is a good example of, some of the drilling that we've been doing and how we think it's going to add resource. You can see all of this drilling that's sitting here at Boyne. None of that is included in our current 1.4 million ounces. And that's the case at all of our different resource areas, including Quachikrum and Nyam, which are sitting here, with Quachikrum being our 3rd largest and Nyam being our 4th largest resource area. These are all drill results that are sitting outside of our current resource, and something that we're very excited about. So along with looking to expand the mineralized footprint at all of our resource areas, we're also very excited about the opportunity at depth. What we're looking at here is a long section of our Enchi project, and comparing that to Kinross's Chirano mine, 50 kilometers to the north of us. What you see is below the oxides, which is really the depth that we've drilled down to date. About 85% of our resource sits within the oxides and transition areas, is that these deposits really grow in size and increase in grade as you drill deeper. For the first time ever, as part of this 90,000 meter program, we're very excited to be drilling below 150 meters. And we've started to make some very good, or have some very good intercepts as we've gotten into the sulfides at those deeper levels. At Nyam, we've had multiple intercepts of 5 gram plus material. At Boyne, we had our highest grade intercept ever at 95 grams over 2 meters. We've had some encouraging results at Sium as well as at Quachikrum. So this is the final kind of focus for us, is that opportunity at depth. So just to recap, top tier management team who are truly aligned through our 27% ownership in the business, very good capital structure, and well supported by deep pocketed mining focused institutional investors and investment banks. Good 1.4 million ounce resource in a tier 1 jurisdiction in Ghana. The company is fundamentally underpinned by that robust PEA that I highlighted to you, but where we think we're going to add value from here is through all of those results that we put out in 2021 and that we'll continue to put out over the next 6 months or so. Again, I'd encourage you to visit our website, follow us on the various social media platforms that we're active on, and reach out anytime if you have any questions. Thank you very much.